Hey, it's your friend Steve. I'm back. So I'll explain to you what happened. So anyway, my dog chewed up my mic uh, last week. Last week the YouTube I recorded an episode and then it was no, we're not gonna upload this for 5 to 6 days. I don't know what was going on. I thought I got flagged or something. But then I was like, oh, well, let me record an episode because I think I skipped a week, or I don't know, maybe I didn't. Maybe my anxiety is getting to me. But my dog chewed on my mic, and I was like, oh shit, now I gotta order a new mic. Explicit, sorry, YouTube. So I have to order a new mic, and then I go, well, I ordered the new mic, and I was like, well, it's gonna be here Saturday. I was like, I usually record on Fridays. And yeah, last week was the Memorial Day, so I kind of didn't want to record because I was taking a couple days off, enjoying my life. So I'm a little off schedule. Maybe you'll get a bonus episode, bonus. I don't know, maybe depending on how I feel. My cat's looking at me like, "What are you doing, dude?" No one's listening. You're listening, so joke's on you. So how's everyone doing? How was everyone's Memorial Day? Don't know why I keep pretending like we're having a conversation. I just had a chilled Memorial Day, grilled out. Had a couple days off from work, so I chilled. It's it was a good day. It was a good couple days. So sorry for not recording, but I'm back, baby. I don't know if you can hear my text message coming through. I don't know how to do that. So I'm still learning how to do this. So thank you for listening, subscribing, telling a friend. Appreciate you. Appreciate it every day. I'm going to start having guests. I think we discussed this already. I have a few lined up. I don't know exactly when I'm going to have them, but I'm going to have them sooner than later. And yeah. So I don't know what's going on in my dating life. I'm just having a lot of weird interactions with women. I always have if you've listened, you've heard a couple of them. Some of them I can't share because I don't know if they still listen to this podcast after we broke up. So I don't know, I keep getting texts from my friend. Yeah, I don't want to even say that. So yeah, it's just been a weird, I want to say I'm in a drought, but I'm not in a drought. I don't know. It's just been a weird. I had a friend with benefits who I didn't know we were in a relationship, and then she broke up with me. I don't know if I mentioned that. It's been a while since we've talked. Yeah, I just don't know anything with women. I don't. You probably guessed that already by listening to this podcast. No clue how to deal with women. Don't know. I like women as friends. Women as friends is great. I grew up with women majority of my life. I mean, I had my sister and my mom. My dad was in the picture, but he was a little shaky at times. So it was mostly my mom and my sister, and I'm just getting texts at the wazoo. Always when I'm recording, people are like, you know what? Let me text Steve and see what he's up to. Yeah. So my sister found a turtle, and then she texted me to help her get the turtle to safety. I'm like, don't leave the turtle be. He's chilling. Don't know why you keep texting me to save this turtle. This turtle is perfectly fine. He is probably a little lost. But I'm not gonna grab a turtle and because I feel like turtles take forever to get to where they're going. So he must know where he's going. He has a plan. What am I gonna do? Stop him and then he move him back to a lake? I'm like, well, maybe he didn't want to live in the lake anymore. Maybe he broke up with his girlfriend and he said, you know what? Harry's moving west. Harry can't live around Sharon no more. Sharon broke my heart. I can't live around him. And then a human's like, oh, hey guy, hey little buddy, I guess you're lost. Let me take you back. And he's like, damn it, dude. It took me 18 days to get this far. I couldn't look back. I can't look back. I don't have a neck. I can't look back. Sharon broke my heart. Or not. I don't know. I don't know what animals are thinking. Dr. Doolittle, I mean, that must suck. Who cares what a freaking cat, a cat's probably oh man, when's this dude gonna feed me? Or, I hate shitting in a box. Like, who wants to hear, like, animals probably complain about the dumbest things. Like, we humans complain about dumb things, but, like, animals, like, what do you got to complain about? You have a shelter, people love you, you're cute, and look, my cat's even, like, cleaning herself. She's like, yeah, I understand. Look at me. I'm freaking cute as hell. I got no worries in the world. I shit in a box. That's about the number one complaint. I couldn't shit in a box. I mean, I guess you shit in a toilet, which is kind of like a box, but then you don't have to look at it anymore. I don't know. If, like, every time, like, imagine every time you went to the bathroom, you looked at the shit that you took, like, a day ago. I mean, it's under, like, cat litter, and I change my cat litter every, like, 3 or 4 days. Is that enough? I don't know. I change it, 3 to 4 days. Like, twice a week, at least, if not more. Because my cat takes, like, the nastiest shits in the world. She's, like, 7 pounds, but, like, bitch throws down. She throws, like, hammers. She's like, oh, you're like, oh, like, they're stinky. But, like, you shit in a box, and then you have to cover it up with, like, sand. Like, imagine shitting on a beach. You shit on a beach every day. Yeah, you cover the poop, but you don't know what you look, you shit, and then you uncover your other poop. You're like, oh, wow. I had, like, tacos the other day. Shit. Oh, okay. Damn. Explicit. Sorry, YouTube. I don't know what I'm talking about today. What am I gonna do today? I don't know. I'm chilling. It's raining out. I love the rain. I love the excuse not to do anything. It's fantastic. I don't know what the game plan was for today. Let me look. Oh, okay. I can tell this story. It's called The Long Con. Alright, so, I'm like the wild card. Okay, so I grew up in New York, right? And I have New York friends. I have great New York friends. Some people I've known for like over 20 years, which is insane. And then I have some great friends recently, like maybe, probably like 10 years. Like, yeah. So I have a lot of good friends in New York. And then I have Jersey friends where I lived for like 4 or 5 years. And then I have Virginia friends. And so every time I go to New York, it's kind of like I'm a guest on a show that I'm no longer on. Like, I'm Fraser Crane, who went west and, like, became, I don't know, he was always a doctor, but, like, you know, you went from Cheers, that was like a happy-go-lucky show, to, like, Frasier, that's like, oh, we're so funny and polite, oh, even though I'm not British. That's a good British accent, by the way. But, you know, Cheers was like, we're all alcoholics, and we all come here, yeah. And then Frasier's like, we're smart, and my dad has a dog. I never seen Frasier. I wrote a couple Frasier fan fictions, but I've never actually seen the show. I just love Niles and the actually, you know, the nanny, I guess, maid. He had a maid. He wasn't that rich. He was just like a doctor. I guess, was she a maid? I don't know. I've seen the show maybe like once, if that. Not a Frasier person, but anyway, wrote a couple Fran Frasier. Yeah, it's a nanny and Frasier combo. But anyway, so as I was talking about the nonsense in my brain, so anyway, I go to New York, and it's usually like, you know, everyone's like excited that I'm coming, because I think they're excited, but whatever, I get texts, you know, oh, blah, 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 blah. So, I'm going, right? And like the day before, I get a text, and it's from the mom of the group. And she goes, oh, Steve, are you ready for camping? It's like in a group text. And I go, camping? What? No, never. First off, let's preface this story by saying, we're friends. Never once invite me to go camping. I won't go, because camping's bullshit. I like hiking. Hiking's cool, because you go home and sleep in a bed. Camping, you're literally choosing to sleep on the ground. We've evolved past that. Cavemen had no choice. You think cavemen would be like, oh no. You keep that comfy bed, that Sleep Number. Sponsor me, Sleep Numbers. Send me all the monies. Or just send me a free bed. But anyway, a comfy bed for a bunch of sand, laying on sand and rock. No. And then eaten by bears? No, thank you. I'd rather live in my home. Air conditioned, boom. Campers are a different thing. Maybe camper. Maybe a nice deluxe camper. That'd be fine. That's a question mark, though. But anyway, so camping's a no-go for me. And then, so everyone's like, oh, well, we've had this, like, plan for, like, a month, 2 months. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to go. And then my best friend's like, yeah, we're not going. I guess he had committed to going, and then he was like, oh, no, no. Steve's more fun to hang out with. And not that more fun to hang out, but I'm free, I'm guest starring. I'm not on the show all the time. I'm just a guest star for the week or the weekend. So they're all like, oh, well, that's weird. So I get there like a Thursday. They're leaving Friday. So a Thursday, everyone's like, all the men are like, oh, well, we're going to go have a couple drinks with Steve. And all the females are like, oh, we'll just stay at home. Not knowing that they're all like, oh my God, we'd rather be in the city, having fun with you than go camping with our girlfriends. I think that was the vibe I got. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. But that's the vibe I got. So they were like, oh, well, they're like, oh, this is horrible. We don't want to go camping either. And, well, one of the dudes is like, the woman runs the show, which is all right. I mean, if you're into that kind of relationship. But everyone else is like, we don't really want to go. I'm like, well, I'm not going. I'm 100% not going camping. And my best friend's not going. We're hanging out all weekend. So then the mom of the group, she goes, oh, well, we want to get out of the city because we live here all the time. And I was like, well, I don't blame you. I would never live in New York City again. This is a weekend for me. I'm perfectly happy where I'm at. So then we begin negotiations. Sorry, I had a stroke. It's really suck when I have a stroke, and then I'm like, I made all those stroke jokes. So anyway, so we began our negotiations, and she's like, oh, okay, well, let's go to Boston. I was like, no, I don't want to go to Boston. Like, no. I'm only here for a couple days. That's mostly in the car. And she goes, okay, well, let's go to Philly. And I go, oh, okay, all right. I look at my friend. We're like, okay, my best friend. We're like, all right. Oh, shout out, happy birthday, Jason. If he still listen. He probably doesn't listen anymore. I said his name, damn. So we're like, okay, well, Philly sounds cool. I'm an Eagles fan. I've never been to Philly. I was like, you know what? Fine. Negotiations complete. We will go to Philly with you. So then half the group's like, okay, Philly's the way to go. And then the other group that's camping, they're like, what are you guys doing? We planned this for like 2 months. Like, why are we switching plans? And they're all mad. And we're like, okay, whatever. So me and my buddy, best friend, we went back to his place. And I go, yeah, let's not go to Philly. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, let's not go to Philly. He's like, but you said you would go. I was like, yeah, long con. Let's long con this. Nah, we said we'd go. We were super excited to go. No, let's not go. And we were laughing our heads off. And then he was like, yeah, we should. And then I was like, no, wait a minute. Better idea. Let's go to Philly with them. Be super excited. Sneak off. And then jump on a bus and go back to New York. Long con. And so we're laughing our heads off, and like the bus to like Philly is like $20 or something. We're like, okay, let's book these. So we literally booked them to go back. Well, I think we booked on Sunday because I had to go back to Virginia on Monday, so we had booked them. But then we're like, okay, well, let's go there, and then we'll be like, hey, could we switch our tickets? Blah blah blah. We'd probably be able to do that. So we did it. So we're on the way to Philly. And it's just a group, 5-6 people in a car, and we're all like, having adult beverages. No, are we doing that? Is that illegal? I don't know. We're not doing that if that's illegal. That's just a thing I made up. So we're excited. We get there, and so we go to the hotel, and we're all like, oh man, this is a cool hotel. Like, the mom of the group always like delivers. She does all the booking. And it's a weird hotel because you need your key to get into the elevator to get to your floor and all this. And she had a key and her boyfriend had a key because she set up the whole thing. This will this will play big into the end of the story. So we're like, oh, okay, whatever. Let's go have dinner. So we went to go have dinner. Went to this like cool place, like super cool. It was I don't know what the name of the place was, but we were eating fantastic food. There was a band. We're like having a good time, drinking, having a good time, and we were like, okay, well, it's like an up like scaly bar or restaurant. So I went to like the the hostess, and I go, so if like someone wanted to go have like a good time and drink, where would they go? And like I guess the owner was there, like this is a bar, you can have a good time here. And I was like, no, like a better place. And the guy's just looking at me, like, and the waitress is like, you'll want to go down the street to like hooligans. And I was like, yeah, thank you. You're cool. You want to come with us after you're done at this place? Come on over. It was a nice place, but it was just like all like, you know, mid 40s, 50s. I mean, it was a nice like sit down, have a couple drinks, and you know, conversate. Not like we wanted to go have like a couple drinks and you know, party. So we go to this place, and it was a nice bar. We went in, we're all like joking, having a good time, and we're like, oh, okay, well, it's like kind of dead. It was like 8:30. I was like, well, it is kind of early. So we're like, okay, let's go bar hop. Let's go to another bar. So we go down the street, and so we're going in the next bar. The bar's like nice. It's like more like a diner-ish, but it had like a bar set up. It was nice. It was fun. We were having drinks, and like in the corner of my eye, I see a limo pull up to the bar we were just at, and I was like, huh. And like 15 middle-aged women walk in, and you know, I was like, oh well, we gotta go back to that bar and see what that's about. So we walk back in the bar. The bouncer's like, didn't you guys just leave? We're like, yeah, we're back. And so we walk in. It's like, I think it was like a wedding party. I think it was like a bachelorette party. So we all start partying with them, and we're all laughing and joking. And so we're having a good time. We're taking pictures, just joking around. Everyone's jumping on my back, because that's what people do apparently when you're 6'8". People love to climb you. And so we're like joking, laughing. And so it's like, I think it's like 1:30. Maybe it's 1. Yeah, whatever. They call last call. I was like, oh, what? I was like, last call? I was like, I'm used to New York where it's like 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, they're like, last call. So I go to like our new friends. I go, it was this one guy who was talking to this chick that kept talking to me, and I guess he was getting pissed off. I think it was his girlfriend. I wasn't trying to like bang or anything. But so I go, hey dude, like, what are you guys doing after this? I guess he thought maybe I was like trying to bang his girlfriend. And he goes, we're going home. I was like, oh, well, that's kind of lame. It's like 1:30. I thought there's like, it's Philly. I mean, it's a big city. I figure you have like an after hours bar. And he goes, no, I mean, we usually just go, well, he goes, there's a bar around the corner, that's an after hours bar. I go, oh, really? All right, cool. I was like, what's the name? And he's like, oh, I can't remember the name. It's like a little hole in the wall. There's no sign. It's just a wooden door or something. I was like, okay, well, that's a little shady, but whatever. Like, we're in Philly. So I convinced all my friends to go. They kind of are all like, I don't know. We're kind of like older now. We're like, we don't want to keep partying. I'm like, let's go check it out. Let's have one. First round's on me. I got everyone's first round. So, we're walking, and we're like New Yorkers, so like walking is like, for me, is not a big deal, because I like one of my steps is like a normal person's 3 steps. So we're like walking. It's like maybe a half mile, a mile. I was like, dude, he said it was like right around the corner, and he like gave me the address and the street. So I said, damn, what the hell? And everyone's like, you start looking at your friends, and they're like, oh, this is a terrible mistake you've made. Like, why are you doing this? We should have just went back to the hotel. So I was like, no. We've come this far. Let's just check it out. One drink. So then we saw a cab. So I go, cab. And we all jump in. The guy's like, okay, there's like 5 of you. You should not all be in here, but whatever. And we're like, where's this address? And he goes, oh, it's literally like maybe like 2 seconds down the road. So he drives like literally like 2 seconds. It was literally the worst. Like, why do we even need a cab? But we all like committed to jump in the cab. So we're like, you're driving us to where this is. And he didn't even start the meter. He drove like 2 seconds. He goes, "Oh, that's it. Okay, that's it right there." And we're like, "Oh, okay. How much is that?" I was like, "I don't know. How much was that?" And he goes, "Just give me whatever you think." So I like hand him a five because I'm like, it was 2 seconds. I don't know. It was probably like a $2 fare. So I was like five. He's like, "Oh, that's it." And I was like, "What the fuck you want? You want $20 for going 2 seconds?" And so me and my friend get out. My best friend get out, and everyone's like, "No, we're going back to the hotel. We're already in the cab. All right, y'all have fun. Bye." And I don't. Yeah, they gave us a key. So they gave us a key. We're like, okay, cool. Um, and so we're like, well, we're checking this place out. He's like, yeah, of course. And so we're walking, and the friggin' we're like, where is this place? Like, I don't see. There's no businesses. It's like a residential area, so there's no businesses. So we're like, okay, whatever, and we're like, what the this guy? This first off, I think this dude fucked with me and telling me there's an after hours bar, and there wasn't. So I'm like, this guy's an asshole. The cabbie's an asshole, and so we're like, and then all of a sudden, this chick falls out of a door, like literally falls out. And I'm like, okay, well, that's got to be it. She's hammered, and some more like stumbles, doesn't fall completely. So I'm like, oh, that has to be it. Yeah, okay. So we walk in, and shit you not, it looked like a D&D game had just finished. It was like a room that they take you to whack you in mob movies. It was just like a plain room, couple tables, a wooden bar that was half done. And I'm like, okay, well, this definitely is not a bar. This is like just like a, hey, we're all getting D&D. There was like 25 dudes and like 2 chicks. I was like, okay, well, this is definitely a fail on my part. I apologize. But I was like, well, we're here. We're going to get a beer. So we're like walking over. Everyone's staring at us because I'm 6'8" and my friend's like hammered. And they're just staring at us, all looking like they want to kill us. And the guy comes up and he goes, "Hey, who are you guys?" And I was like, "Hey, I'm Greg's cousin. Is Greg around?" And they're like, "Who?" I was like, "Greg? Is Greg around? I'm his cousin." No. And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, he knows. Greg knows Billy." Billy. And they're like looking at each other like, oh, okay. And then I was like, okay, where's the beer? And they're like, over there. And I was like, oh, you cash? Or you guys just... I don't know why I said cash. So I went to go grab a beer. And then they go, hey, Billy says he doesn't know you. And I was like, oh, well, I know Billy. And then I turn around and Billy's like, I don't know you, dude. I was like, oh, shit. Okay, that usually works. Because people just don't really care when they're drunk. But these dudes don't look like they were drinking. They look like they were just finished, like going to Mordor and dropping a ring into a volcano, and a level 7 elf and a 13 level wizard. So they were all like, I was like, this is a bad situation. There's 25 dudes here. We're all gonna die. Well, me and my friend are gonna die. And so I was like, oh, okay, dudes, no problem. So then my buddy goes, oh, it's okay, dude. We're from New York. And I was like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, man, we're just from New York. We're here. Love it here. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we're from New York. And like, I was like, dude, what are you doing? Philadelphia hates New York. I'm like, dude, shut up. You're gonna get us killed. And I've never been stabbed, but I've been close to being stabbed a few times, and I've seen the look in people's eyes, and definitely I was getting that, like, they were like rolling the dice to see how much damage they were going to do onto us. 13 damage! Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm dead. But yeah, they were looking at us like they were going to stab us. I was like, alright, buddy. And I was doing the math in my head. I was like, I could probably take like 4 or 5 of them, but I was like, my buddy's hammered. He's not going to do anything. He's going to like roll zeros and do 0 damage. So I was like, okay, well, we'll just leave. We were informed this was a after hours place, and I like slowly got us out of there. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing, dude? I was like, oh, explicit, sorry, YouTube. We definitely almost got stabbed. So we're like laughing our asses off. We're like, all right, let's get a cab and go back. So we're drunk and we're like, dude, like this guy was a lot cooler. And he was like, oh, where you guys want to go? We're like, well, this is our hotel. He's like, oh, I know where that is. I was like, we need a cheesesteak, man. We're in Philly. We're New Yorkers. He's like, oh, all right, man. He's like, it's Geno's for me. And I was like, all right, whatever. Geno's, Pat's, I don't care. I've never had either or. I'm sure everyone, if you've listened to this, I'm sure Geno's and Pat's are trash, apparently. I don't know. So it's like, okay, whatever. And then we get there, that's like the line's like through the roof. Well, not through the roof because it's outside. But anyway, I was like, yeah, no. Keep driving. Let's just go back to the hotel. We'll order food or something. So we get back to the hotel and we're like hammered. We're like, okay, where's this? And then we're like, we called a place and we're like, we got back to the room and we're like, oh shit, let's get some food. So we order like $50 worth of food between two people. Like, we're both hammered. And like we're like, oh, okay, cool. And then so then we go, the food's like almost there, and we're like, okay. And then I was like, wait a minute, how am I gonna get back up here? Because I don't remember having the key. Do you have the key? He's like, no. And then like our friends are all passed out. We're like, oh fuck. And then we call downstairs, and we go, hey, so like the food, we ordered food. And we haven't paid for it, and we need to come downstairs, but we don't have the key. Oh, well, you need the key to get through the elevator. We're like, yeah, that's why we're calling you. That's the dilemma we're having. That's why. He's like, oh, yeah, man, that is a dilemma. Okay, well, I guess I can. He's like, well, I can't give you the key unless it's under your name. I was like, well, the person that's under name is sleeping, so that's why we're calling downstairs. Not to be a dick, we're like, what are we going to do? And he's like, well, you have to come down and, have the key to get in the elevator. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I'm calling you, is because I need the key to get to the elevator to get back upstairs. Oh, well, man, that is a dilemma. I'm like, dude, what are we having? Are we having, like, who's on first? What are you doing, dude? So then I was like, okay, well, I'll, like, get in the elevator, go downstairs, and then, like, I don't know, figure it out. Leave the door unlocked. So then, like, we figured it out. I got downstairs. Dude had left. I said, fuck this. The dude left. He said, fuck you guys. Didn't leave the food. Just said, fuck you. So I go back upstairs. I don't blame him because, I mean, we were, like, 10 minutes late to, like, pick up. And I guess he was like, well, this is, they're not coming. So anyway, so I go back upstairs. And luckily, drunk Steve had, like, left a shoe in the door because my buddy had passed out by the time I got back. So then I was like, okay, well, I'm going to sleep. And everyone was like sleeping on the beds. I was like, well, I guess I get to sleep on the floor because there's no like couch or anything, which I don't mind. I fall asleep anywhere. And so I fell asleep. And like in the middle of the night, I had like, I guess like torn like, like a hangnail. So I was like, oh god, that was killing me. And I couldn't like rip it off. So I had like a knife and I was like sitting in the chair. And I was like trying to get it off because I was like, it's killing me. Like it's really like deep. And the mom of the group had gone to the bathroom in the middle of the night, and I did not know that. And I was just sitting there in the chair, just like with the knife. And then she goes, "Hey, Steve, is that you?" And I'm just like, oh, well, this is a perfect opportunity to fuck with her. So I just stood there with the knife in my hand, just staring at her, and it was like shadow, so you can't see anything. She's like, I can't see who that is. Is that you, Steve? Richie? Is that you? And then she's just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to bed. Please don't murder me. All right, bye. And I don't think I ever told her that. I think she asked me the next day. I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And she goes, well, damn, was that you last night? And I was like, no, what are you talking about? That wasn't me. I was sleeping all night. What are you talking about? Well, someone was like, was a knife in the chair. I was like, what, dude, that was a weird ass dream because that wasn't me. And she goes, oh, wow, I don't know what happened. And so I was like, yeah, that's weird. Nope. I was sleeping all night. I was sleeping on the floor. So we woke up the next day, and one of my buddies was sleeping, and he had blood all over his pillow. And we were like, wait, what? Why do you have blood all over your pillow? Probably cocaine. But we didn't know that. I don't think. Then again, I don't know if it was cocaine. But it was like he was bleeding from his ear. So probably not cocaine. And so we were like, what the hell? You were bleeding from your ear? And we were all laughing because we were like, what the hell? What a weird night. So the next day, we look at it, me and my buddy look at each other like, let's go. Let's do it. Let's go. So we were like, let's go to lunch. So we went to lunch, had an amazing po' boy. And I was like, oh, that's so good. I was like, I really wanted a cheesesteak, but this po' boy is like speaking to me. So we ate, and then they were like, oh, okay, but like we're going to do some touristy stuff before we leave. Like, I think we're leaving in a couple hours. I was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, I'm pretty stuffed. Probably just chill. And my buddy's like, yeah, I don't really want to do any touristy stuff. And then the mom's like, why? Why are you guys like this? Like, we're having such a nice time. Like, yeah, I don't really want to do any touristy stuff. I don't like waiting in lines, like amusement parks. I don't like waiting in lines. And then she's like, okay, well, I'm doing touristy stuff because, I'm a mom of this group, and we're doing touristy stuff. So half the group splits up. So I looked at my best friend, and I go, it'd be really funny? Let's just go do touristy stuff and then send them pictures. I think I'm an asshole. I don't know why I have friends, but to me, it's hilarious. So we're like, yeah, that's fucking hilarious. Explicit, sorry, YouTube. So then we start going around, and we get into this cab, and this guy's like, he's like, hey, what are you guys doing? Well, we're like, we don't know where we're going, but we're just like the most touristy thing people, like, you get into a cab, someone gets into your cab, right? And goes, I'm from out of town. Where do you take them? And he goes, well, first, the Rocky statue. I was like, hell yeah, Rocky statue, sounds good, love Rocky. And he's like, then the Liberty Bell, but that shit's gonna take too long. And he's like, then he named some other places. He's like, let me take you to the Rocky statue. And I was like, all right, man, sounds good. So then I'm in the back. He's like, what brings you to Philly? And I don't know what I'm thinking, because I'm, usually an asshole. I was like, oh, we're historians. I don't know why I said that. And he goes, oh, really? And he's like, I lived in Philly for a couple of years. What do you guys study? I was like, well, we're mostly Ben Franklin. By the way, Ben Franklin, the coolest dude ever. Dude could have been president. He said, nah, send me to France. Let me be the ambassador so I could fuck whores and, drink and fuck whores. Explicit, sorry, YouTube. Coolest dude ever. Ben Franklin. Here, personal hero. So anyway, so I'm like, oh yeah, we're, Ben Franklin, historians. He goes, oh really? I was like, yep. I was like, over there, Ben Franklin got a hand job from a prostitute. He goes, oh really? I was like, yep. That's where he invented the Ben Franklin. It's a real dry hand job. Loved him. Ben Franklin loved dry hand jobs. Ben Franklin's family, do not sue me. I don't know if you can. I don't know if you're all alive. The Franklin family. Cool dudes. So anyway, so I'm just like the whole time, oh yeah, dry hand jobs. This is where he banged a whore. And he's like, oh, and we're all laughing. And then, so we get out, so we go over and take pictures of the Rocky statue, start sending them to our friends. And she's like, what the hell are you guys doing? And we're like, oh, we're at the Liberty Bell. And we start taking pictures of the Liberty Bell. They're like, we're at the Liberty Bell. Oh, we must have just missed you. And we're taking pictures. We didn't stand in the line. We just went to the front-ish and took pictures like we were in the thing. They're like, we're all the way in the back. How are you guys in there already? So anyway, then we were like, okay, well, let's meet back up with them. And we met back up, had a couple of drinks. And then that was the end of the Philly trip. It turned out to be a really fun time, and they were all mad that we went sightseeing without them, but still funny, hilarious, because we were texting them the whole time. And that's the end of the long con, which turned out not to be a con at all, because we ended up doing exactly what we're gonna do. But the whole time we're like, long con, wait for it. We're gonna troll you. But that is it for this week. So that's the Philly trip long con. Philadelphia, love you every day. And let's do the drink of the week to my best friend Jason. Happy birthday, brother. And thanks, everybody. Hey, make sure to like and subscribe. Maybe if you find it funny, tell a friend. And, be kind to each other. And as always, fuck Hitler.